Autism acceptance is growing around the world, but are we really listening to their voices and understand their needs? Hi, I'm Chermaine Kang, and today we are back with a new guest. His name is Abraham Isaac Pereira. He's currently an active member of several autism self-advocacy groups, a member of the NASOM Maestros Choir, a college student at Despark College, and also an aspiring race car driver. So without further ado, here's his interesting story.
Hello, my name is Abraham Isaac Pereira. I'm 21 years old with high-functioning autism. I have two elder siblings, a brother and a sister. I also hail from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm into video games, especially when it's racing, shooters, role-playing games, and a bit of adventure as well. When it comes to YouTube, I am a heavy user of that site. Currently, I watch video game walkthroughs, music, technology, or anything related to automobiles. When it comes to sports, Motorsports is my most preferred to watch. Now, what interests me about motorsport is the action, suspense, the pressure, and the thrills it brings to the audience. As far as racing series go, I have been a long-time fan of Formula 1 since my childhood during the Ferrari and Michael Schumacher years. The other racing series I've enjoyed are DTM, the German Touring Car Masters, Formula E, and MotoGP. Currently, I'm studying Automotive After Sales Service in Despark College. The course covers topics such as safety workshop practices, servicing, and the basics of vehicle components, such as the engine, brakes, transmission, suspension, the chassis, airbags, just to name a few. As for my dream career, it would be a professional racing driver. I enjoy traveling overseas because I get to enjoy the experience of being in a new country for the first time, experiencing the food, the weather, the environment, and the culture, to name a few factors. My personal experience includes a visit to Thailand when I was 5 years old, a trip to Pyeongchang, South Korea for my choir's first international performance, and I've also visited Christchurch, New Zealand last July to visit my relatives. I like ambient music a lot. It's one of my most preferred musical genres, apart from pop, electronic, and rock. Now, what makes ambient special is its emphasis on the atmosphere and mood it intends to create, instead of your musical structure. In addition, its soothing compositions and lack of lyrics makes it easier to listen to. Favorite artists include Brian Eno, William Basinski, and Lithuanian space ambient producer Stella Joan. So, what is Autism Self-Advocacy? It's when an autistic individual speaks up for themselves about what they want and their desires, such as education, public facilities, and the rights to protect special needs individuals as a whole. In my case, I joined two self-advocacy groups, the Autism Initiative Malaysia and ASEAN Autism Self-Advocacy Network. NASOM has helped me in my journey by enrolling me into mainstream schooling. In my case, it was Sekolah Kebangsaan Setapak for my primary school years, and for my secondary school years, it was Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Bandar Baru Sentul. Furthermore, they also helped me in social interactions, especially amongst fellow students, teachers, and visitors of the center. NASOM Maestros are a choir formed in January 2010 as a collaboration between NASOM and Kids Care, consisting entirely of autistic children. Over the years, we have performed in various occasions, notably at the Petronas Philharmonic Hall in June 2010, our international debut at the 2014 Pyeongchang Special Music and Arts Festival in South Korea, and our team up with Malaysia's rock queen, Ella Aminuddin, last year. Interestingly, the choir was also inducted in the Malaysia Book of Records as the nation's first autistic choir in 2010. Being a member of the Maestros since their formation in 2010 has been a very enjoyable experience for me, especially during performance time where we get to perform in front of VIPs and corporations, bringing autism awareness and acceptance to them. In addition, the formation of the choir highlights our capabilities as autistic individuals in music. Those who completely know what it's like being autistic are those on the spectrum themselves. In my case, I've been diagnosed when I was 6 years old, underwent 3 years of therapy, and received support from NASOM throughout my school life. Ultimately, family support and NASOM made me who I am today. Throughout my own experience, I strongly believe we should pursue our interests with passion, as that is where we do our best. There are many things to know about autism, but the most important thing to take note is that no two autistic individuals are the same. That's because they exhibit different mannerisms, they have different personalities, preferences, different levels of severity, to name a few factors. Also, to quote Dr. Stephen Shaw, an autistic professor, if you have met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. That quote also highlights the diversity of the autistic community.